Well, guys, we have got a lot of fun stuff on tap tonight. We're going to start off with a few one-box breaks for football. We've got an autographed mini helmet, some 2016 black gold football, 2010 plates and patches, and 2013 Topps Supreme. So that will be opened up first. Then we'll get into our full case of select basketball. So if you are here for select basketball, you've probably got, I'm going to say maybe 20 minutes, something like that, while we do these one-box breaks, and then we'll be getting into select basketball. So to start things off tonight, if you haven't done a break with me before, I think we might have a few new faces tonight. I generally run through some information on the screen before we get started, and that gives everybody time to get in and get settled at the same time. So let's start off with that. First up, you're going to see a note there about my feedback on eBay, and that is that it is automated. Yeah, so you don't have to wait on me to get caught up on plugging in feedback. So anytime you leave positive feedback from me, you should instantly get it in return. And the most important part of what's written up there right now is to say thank you. I appreciate you guys bidding with me and breaking with me. Many of you come and keep me company in chat, and I see Viking Breaks is in chat right now, so hi to Viking Breaks. And I appreciate all of that. So that's the most important information on that particular screen. Next up, we're going to take a quick look at breaks that are already listed on eBay. What's coming up in the next 5 days. I typically list things 5 days out. That's mainly because eBay charges us a big fat penalty if we list it for less than 5 days. So there you go. So tomorrow night, you'll see we have another autographed mini football helmet. It's a different brand than we're opening tonight, but also an autographed mini helmet. We've got an autographed jersey, some Topps Supreme for 2015, another box of 2016 Honors Football, which we pulled an awesome Zeke out of our last break of that earlier this week. And then some gold signature edition baseball and a half case of Donruss baseball, which is the back half of the case we started on Wednesday. On Sunday, some more autographed memorabilia breaks, some more one-box breaks, and then we will wrap up the last of our case of the Hobby Direct Panini Prestige basketball. On Monday night, some one-box, a couple of one-box things, a jersey and some 15 Lux, and then a full 10-box inner case of Panini Contenders Optic Football. So that's going to be a fun one on Monday night. And then the back half of a case of Topps Heritage that we started a night or two ago, maybe last night, I guess, actually. Tuesday night, some more one-box stuff, a half case of encased football. That's the back half of the case, and it's the last of the encased. And then another full case of select basketball. What we're going to open later tonight, we'll open a second case of that on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, a couple of one-box things, and then we're going to open 3 boxes of Contenders football, and then we're going to open a half case of Contenders basketball. So Wednesday is going to be all about Contenders in both sports. Tonight, if you're in one of the breaks, please take a moment to look at the information you see here on the screen. These are anticipated shipping dates. You'll notice that our first 4 breaks there, those all are free shipping. Free shipping stuff typically is sent out 5 to 6 days after an auction ends. So I'm anticipating Wednesday. It's always plus or minus a day, so could possibly go out Tuesday, could possibly slide to Thursday, but Wednesday's a good target. Also, please take a moment to review the information about consolation cards. If you don't pull a card in one of these first 4 breaks, or the helmet as the case may be, you're entitled to a consolation card. It's typically sent with your next hit, etc. All that is there on the screen. You can find more of it in the listing description on the eBay auction page as well. Select basketball, that is a paid break. I've got on there that will ship Tuesday. To be on the safe side, I think I can probably get it out Monday, but to be on the safe side, it says Tuesday for now. So that kind of gives you an idea. This is also the order that we are breaking in tonight. So it's mini helmet, 16 black gold, 10 plates and patches, 13 Supreme, and then the full case of select basketball. So let's take a look. This is one box of 2017 Hit Parade Series 1 autographed mini football helmet. This is break number 3. So the third time we have broken this particular product. It ended tonight, March the 9th. We're live streaming it tonight, March the 9th. Team names are on the left and your name in lights across from it as the winning bidder on the right-hand side. And one of these spreadsheets, of course, is going to go up before each and every break. So if you are not in this particular break for the mini helmet, you're going to get a chance to see the information for your break right before we cut into the plastic and tear it open. Focus is changing there. That is by design. Don't worry. You're still going to be able to see all the cards and everything just fine. That's taking the background out of focus, but we're going to be able to see all of our stuff with no worries. And now I can see Chad again. Hi, Jacob and Joshua and John Johnson and Michael and Sarah. How's everybody doing? And Little Hitter. Little Hitter is here too. So guys, these Hit Parade helmets, they just, I don't know why they call them 2017. They just came out like a few weeks ago, but they called them 2017 Series 1. They had 200 of them, and I ordered a few of them right when it came out. And then I went back to order some more, and they were gone. But this is a good one. And I know this because it's got a little sticker on the lid of the box that tells you who it is. But check it out, Green Bay Packers. Paul Hornung, right? Nice. So our little mini helmet for the pack with the Paul Hornung. And it looks like our COA is right here. And it says what? Hollywood Collectibles is our COA that goes with the Paul Hornung helmet. So that will be in the box with the helmet if you had the Packers and won this. So please make sure that you find it before you throw out any packing material. I don't want you to lose your little, it's like a credit card, little plastic credit card. So nice hit for the Packers with the mini helmet on the Paul Hornung. And Tony's here too. Hi, Tony. Derek, you just missed the rundown of all that. Select Basketball is after we go through our one box breaks tonight. So I would say you've probably got 15 minutes or so, maybe 20. Somewhere in that kind of general vicinity will be when we will dig into Select. And let me get our spreadsheet set back up here because we got to take another quick little peek at that, and then we'll go on to our next item. So if you're in this break for 2016 Black Gold Football, again, please just take note of what you see there in regard to the shipping date and consolation cards if you don't pull anything. This is one box of 2016 Panini Black Gold Football. It's break number 34. So the 34th time we have opened it, at least as a freestanding product. And of course, like our other things, it ended tonight, March the 9th, and we're live streaming it tonight. And same as before with team names on one side, winning bidders across from it. And this has been, you know, a crazy week in terms of YouTube stuff. And I'm saying this now just in case anything goes weird or strange later. So earlier this week, I tried to go live and I couldn't. Like YouTube just would not allow me to go live in some kind of just constant cycle of logging in that would never let me out of. Some kind of API error. And we ended up having to do the break that night on Breakers TV. So then I found out a workaround to use, which I've been using for the last couple of nights, because there's still some kind of weird error message, an API thing, and apparently it's some kind of conflict with the update that came down with the broadcast software I use or something. I don't know. Anyway, the workaround was working great until last night, part of the way through a break, the whole thing just froze up and crashed, and I had to completely reboot everything. And so it took like 7 or 8 minutes to get it back up. Then I got back into chat again, you know, with support last night until 3 a.m. and got another workaround. And so hopefully we're going to get through, those are the wrong sleeves. Hopefully we're going to get through this without any weirdness tonight. But just in case, just know if anything happens, something weird goes on, I will get the live stream back up as quickly as I can. So in black gold, all of our cards are numbered, even our base cards. This first one is numbered 250 for the Broncos with Terrell Davis. Next up, we have got numbered to 225, Paxton Lynch, also for the Broncos. Poor guy who, I don't guess he's ever going to end up with that starting job, right? I mean, they're quarterback shopping again. And so, yeah, I think Paxton he's going to have to find another team if he wants to try to start, I think. Matt Stafford for the Lions, 250. To 225, AJ Green for the Bengals. And this has, most of these have a little bit of edge and corner wear. You may see some of it here and there. Just be aware there are some minor edge and corner imperfections, and it's kind of typical of this product. Well, actually, it's kind of typical of most of the thick cards. It just shows up more here because these are black on the back. Amari Cooper for the Raiders. That is numbered to 10. Golden hands insert with the relic and a very nice low number for the Raiders. Next out, we've got OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. for the New York Giants. That is a golden hands as well, but this one is to 175 on your relic for Odell Beckham. Then we have Noah Spence for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Noah is numbered to 99 with the Golden Prospects signature. These cards are I love the card design in black gold. They're just such nice looking cards. They're very high-end looking, right? Well, I mean, I guess they did have kind of a high price tag when they first came out, so I guess they should look a little high-end. Sterling Shepard for the Giants. I do note particularly in both of the upper corners a little bit of chipping and imperfection up there in particular. This is numbered 299. Got the nice big two-color swatch and an on-card autograph down there, hard signed. Oh, Charlie Joyner. Nice. Throwback, man. Very nice for the Chargers to 199. Golden signatures. I like pulling some of the Hall of Famers and veterans, so I think that's pretty cool. Charlie Joyner coming out for the Chargers. And finally for the Dolphins, Leonte Carroo. That is to 199. You got a piece of the football there and 3 different fabric swatches. So let's recap our 2016 black gold, and then we'll be rolling into 2010 plates and patches. So this, again, these are just our hits. We're not looking at our base cards again, even though they're numbered. We're just looking at our autographs and memorabilia to recap 16 black gold. And this stuff's getting harder to find. I am glad I bought a couple of cases of it not very long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, because I kind of had the feeling that it was starting to become a little more scarce. And then sure enough, right after I bought that, all the places that I have been buying it from are out. So I'm glad I bought us a little bit of extra. So we still got a few we can open for a bit, but some of that well, not just the 2016 stuff, some of the 2014 stuff and all that's kind of starting to get a little scarce. Oh, little hitter, I see you wanted to win the helmet tonight. You're bummed you didn't get it. I'm sorry, man. That is no fun. And Michael, you were saying, come on, hit. Man, you got to tell us what team you want. You got to put your mojo out in the universe. See if we can pull it home for you. And Sarah must have hit something because she says awesome. So once again, if you are in this upcoming break for 2010 plates and patches, please take a minute, review what you see there on the screen in regard to your anticipated shipping date and what happens if you don't pull a card in the break. And this is 2010 plates and patches break number 25. Like our other things, ended tonight, March the 9th, live streaming tonight, March the 9th. Teams on the left, winning bidder user IDs on the right. And hopefully we're going to find some awesome stuff in here. been having really good plates and patches breaks lately. We've pulled some nice stuff out of here. In fact, I forget who it was that pulled the Peyton Manning, but I saw they put it up on eBay after they pulled it. It was a Peyton Manning tag, laundry tag to 5 maybe. I think, what did it bring? Like 90 bucks or something. Like, it's pretty good, pretty solid. So we've had some good return on investment lately out of our 2010 plates and patches breaks. So there's always one card that is encased at the top. Then we've got a bunch of cards in this little box here. So first out is Damian Williams. Of course, you've got the swatch there in the middle, the hard signed autograph. It is for the Titans, and it is numbered to 25. So nice low number coming out there for the Titans to start things off. Plates and patches, everything is numbered, including the base. That's always the way with plates and patches. Any hero that I've ever opened has been that way. Of course, we've got 2010 and 2011 that we do in one box breaks. We did a bunch of 2017 in cases, and we're gonna start some 2017 one box breaks pretty soon because I don't have any more case quantity. Chad Henne to 499 for the Dolphins. Next out is Hakeem Nicks for the Giants to 499. Followed by Anthony Dixon for the 49ers to 100. Then an honors insert for the Panthers, D'Angelo Williams, and that is to 299. Larry Fitzgerald for the Cardinals to 499. And now we're about to move into our hits. Everything the rest of the way through should be a hit. This is Keith, what is that? Toston? Yeah, we'll just go with Keith. Keith here is for the Rams. That is a sticker auto, and that is to 249. Oh, is that? Oh, boy, we have got a nice one coming up next. I told you plates and patches has been good to us lately. Yeah, this is really going to make somebody quite happy. How about Gronk's rookie card, right? You've got the sticker auto and a relic, and that is nice. It's on the Rookie Blitz insert, and it is numbered to 25. Patriots, boom, with a big hit on the Gronk rookie. And if you should want a one-touch magnetic case for that or anything else that you pull with me in a break, you can either jump into chat and let me know or send me a message by way of eBay. Tony Romo relic for the Cowboys to 299 wraps up this box. And basically, the cost on a magnetic one-touch case is going to be $3 unless it's for a booklet or something like that. Then the cost would be a little different. But assuming it's a standard case, $3 covers the cost of the case and the PayPal fees and all that. And I would send you a PayPal money request. Oh, Aaron already says one-touch that. I kind of thought you might. I figured if you were watching, you would want that in a one-touch. Let me grab one for you here, Aaron. I'm going to do that right now. And I'm not sure if it's going to take a 75 or a 100, but I think it's going to be a 75. So we're going to take one of those out first and see if that's correct. And if it doesn't look correct, then we'll grab a 100 for it. But I think it's probably going to be a 75. Let's get it in there and see. Yeah, I think that's going to be correct. Because, you know, if you put it in one that's too big, then there's still a lot of room to move around. Let's make sure we're all good and connected. And there it is. Look how pretty. Yeah, that's a nice hit, man. And, of course, I will put this is an Ultra Pro one. I'll put your little deal there with it when I ship it. So you'll be able to see how much, they all have different degrees of UV protection or whatever. So that little piece will tell you that. So to recap, our nice Rookie Blitz, Rob Gronkowski, to 25 for the Patriots. Awesome hit. The Tony Romo relic to 299 for the boys. Keith Toston to 249 for the Rams. And then this one came encased from Panini, and it is Damian Williams to 25 for the Titans. That has 2010 plates and patches in the books, which brings us to 2013 Topps Supreme is up next. And as soon as we go through 2013 Topps Supreme, which is a pretty quick break, we will then be rolling into Select Basketball. So basketball folks, you are just a couple minutes away from us starting to rip your case. So once again, if you're in this break for Supreme Football, please take a moment to look at your anticipated shipping date as well as the information about what happens if you don't pull a card in the break. This is 2013 Topps Supreme number 9. Ended on the 9th, live streaming on March the 9th. Same format as before. And for the next several nights, we're going to break different years of Supreme. So tonight is 2013. Later this, I think tomorrow night maybe is 2015. Later in the week, we're going to be doing some 2014. We've got some 2011. We're going to roll through some different years of Topps Supreme over the course of the next few nights. Of course, you guys all know I like Topps Supreme. Obviously, we break it a lot in different years because I think it's a very nice product. And that's another one, sadly, that we're starting to see less and less of. Everybody's starting to run out of things, and it makes me so sad because Topps, doesn't have their NFL license anymore. So when they all are gone, they're going to be gone. It's going to be sad. But we have some to open before we get to that, though. To 170, Monte Ball for the Denver Broncos. Next up for the Lions, this is 250 with Ezekiel Ansah. Hi, Viking Breaks. You were on here. How'd you miss Black Gold? You wandered off on us, didn't you? I know how that goes. This is 275, Jason Witten for the Cowboys. And then our hit, oh wow, nice. Matt Ryan to 10 for the Falcons, who probably picked this up for about $1.99 or something. I see you saying you had to make a drink, Viking Breaks. That's funny. We did not have any Vikings in 16 Black Gold, but you missed seeing a beautiful Rob Gronkowski rookie out of 2010 plates and patches. And now here is this fantastic Matt Ryan to 10 with the quad relic and the nice autograph there. And same as before, if whoever has this card would like it in a magnetic one-touch case, let me know. Going to run you around $3 if you want it. And I did forget to mention before, if you're watching live and you hear me going back and forth with people in chat, but you cannot see chat, you do have to be logged in to YouTube to see it. That's one thing I've learned. The other thing is, if you happen to be watching from a tablet or another mobile device, you need to switch to the desktop view, and then you would be able to see it. So this brings us to our main event tonight, which is a full case of 2017-18 Panini Select Basketball. And again, I've got on here that this is going to ship on Tuesday. There's a possibility I can get it out Monday, but I was kind of afraid to say that for sure because I know I've got a lot of other stuff going out as well. So Tuesday to be safe, and as always, if I can get it to you quicker than that, I certainly will. Let me get us on to the other page. And here we go. This just came out tonight. I am super stoked about getting in it. I'm as excited about getting in this case as you guys are, I expect. And it's a full case, so 12 boxes. Ended tonight, was released today. Can't wait to see what we find in it. And here we go again with team names, of course, on the left. Winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. Now's the time to get your mojo working, guys. You got to put it out in the universe what you want to hit, and we're going to try to find it. And you know what else turned out to be really good timing for this break and for anything else you bought on eBay today? Did you guys see that 20% off coupon? Yeah, I didn't see it till part of the way through the day. And then I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, so it's 20% off of anything up to, I think, $100 was the max discount they would give you off of anything you bought today and paid for by 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. So, yeah, I bought some stuff today. I was like, hadn't really planned on spending that much money today, but I'm like, hey, if I could save $100, yeah, I'll do a little shopping. Do a little unplanned, unscheduled shopping. So it didn't apply to like gift cards or real estate. Like, who really buys real estate on eBay? But anyway, it didn't apply to gift cards, real estate, and currency, I think. But everything else it did. So hopefully many of you saw that and took advantage of that and saved yourself a little money, right, on these breaks tonight. So Jacob is looking for the Spurs and the Trailblazers. And John Q here is looking for some Bucks and Wizards. Trent's got a very specific request. He wants De'Aaron Fox 1/1 patch auto. So he knows exactly what he wants. So I think that's good though, right? I mean, may as well be very specific. It always reminds me of that movie, Bruce Almighty. Remember that, if anybody ever saw that movie with Jim Carrey, and he was playing God, or he got, I don't know, somehow he got the powers of God, right? And he was trying to answer everybody's prayers, and all these people were praying to win the lottery, and that's all they said, you know, just they want to win the lottery. So he answered all of their prayers, and then it was so many people that had said they want to win the lottery, and then he let them all win, that they only got like $2. So it's like, that's when you should say, I want to win the lottery and win $20 million, right? Yeah. So anyway. So this is my first look at the product too, guys. So we're going to kind of be going through this together to figure out what all we've got. This is a nice little Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers Premier level. And I'm sure it is just like our football in that there are going to be different images on our different levels of cards. That, of course, is a refractor. And here we have Willie, whose last name I never say right, for the Knicks. So we're just going to call him Willie. Prisms and refractors are the same thing, and I'm probably about half the time going to forget and call them refractors. But they all mean the same thing, that pretty little rainbow of colors, because it has that special coating on it. Here we have Justin Patton for the T-Wolves to 299. And yeah, I put most of them that refract in sleeves. I know a lot of people don't put veterans in there and don't put certain things in there, but I kind of do. So Chris Paul to 99 for the Rockets is our first hit with a relic. Oh, and Derek says he needs Lauri Markkanen to make an appearance here in Select tonight. Well, see, and just right on cue, there is Lauri Markkanen, but I know you want to find a relic or a signature or something else, but at least the universe is listening to you. Brought you Lauri Markkanen right as you asked for him. This is Aaron Baines to 199 for the Celtics with that prism, refractor, whatever you would like to call it. And so, Select Basketball, you probably saw, came out today and the price immediately is gigantically increased. That's the bad news, because it means we won't be able to buy any extra beyond what I got in pre-order. The good news is I have 4 cases from pre-order. So over the course of the next week or so, week to 10 days, we have all 4 cases of course, this is the first one, so we'll have 3 more cases of Select we'll be opening. I have that last case of Contenders basketball that we're going to open next week as well. That will be done in half cases, though. So it'll be done a half case break and then another half case break. And then I've got some other stuff, too. I've got some Revolution. I've got a little Prism in the blasters, though. And so we've got a lot of basketball we're going to be cycling through over the course of the next couple of weeks here. Jeff Teague, that is with, I think that pattern is called Scope. I'm really quite bad at remembering all the pattern names, but I think that one might be Scope. Frank Mason III to 199 for the Kings. So we have delivered you a king, but it wasn't the De'Aaron Fox that you want. Not yet, anyway. But we have Frank Mason for you to get things started. Another Scope. This one is Embiid for the Sixers. Isaiah Ryder for the T-Wolves to 149. That is an in-flight insert. And hard signed. I'm sure you could tell that's hard signed, but just in case. Sometimes, you know, they're a sticker and they look hard signed and vice versa, so. So far I'm a fan of what we're finding. There's another Embiid. That one, I thought I saw that little bit of green on there and I thought we had maybe an insert, but no, it's like somebody's arm or something. To 99, Markelle Fultz for the 76ers in the nice little die cut parallel. And we have a die cut of Jawan Evans for the Clippers to 185. And that has that stack ready to go. If you haven't done a break with me before and you may wonder where the card's going after we look at them, I set them off to the right in the sorting area. It is loaded up with mats as well, so they stay nice and safe on mats, but I just prefer them to be in smaller stacks and not in the work area. Courtney Lee for the Rockets on this relic. Which isn't really wanting to show up real well, that particular one, for some reason. The light's hitting it oddly. Derek is asking how many boxes. There are 12 boxes in a case. And I think we have, I think it's just 3 either or, right? Let's look. 3 autographs or memorabilia. Right. So it can be either or. And then, of course, the Prisms. James Harden for the Rockets. Which, again, the Prisms are, Prism and Refractor are the same thing. It's just, you know, that pretty little rainbow of colors there that you see when the light hits it. That's Prism and or Refractor, whichever vernacular you prefer to use. So there are 12, supposed to be 12 of those per box. DeAndre Jordan Clippers. And sometimes they'll have patterns, and sometimes I will remember the pattern names, and many times I will not remember the pattern names. And here we have another DeAndre Jordan. And is that pattern just considered tricolor like it is in football, or does it have a different, like I think it has a different name because that kind of wavy pattern in the background I think has a name of its own, but I'm not very good about remembering what it is. So first box is finito. Second box coming up. Joshua, I have no idea about the DVR function. I didn't think YouTube had a DVR function, period. And then somebody told me last night in the Heritage break that it does have a DVR functionality. And so I cannot answer that question, man, because I didn't think there was one. The guy last night said that it was, and now you're saying that it's not. So I don't know. I have no idea. Because I don't have anything to do with that functionality, unless it's just, well, no, I was using the workaround last night too, because I'm still having, as you know, the API error conflict with YouTube and the broadcast software, so I've been using the workaround all week that they gave me earlier this week, and so I don't know. Lauri Markkanen to 199 for the Bulls. He calls me Miss Breaker. Hi, Trent. Where in Kentucky do you live? Malcolm Brogdon to 299 for the Bucks. And I guess more importantly, even than where in Kentucky do you live, is are you a UK fan or a U of L fan? See? Yeah, that's the bigger question on the table. This is Lou Williams for the Clippers, and again, I'm pretty sure that's called Scope, that particular pattern. Next up, Larry Bird. Oh, nice. Larry Bird to 49 for the Celtics. Very sweet. Celtics, I like that hit. Nice, hard-signed Larry Bird to 49. Boom. I like it. Oh, Pike County. Oh, you don't like UK or U of L. You like Duke. All right. Well, that is unusual to find a Kentucky person that's a Duke fan. But hey, you know, that's okay. That's all good. You've got a good big man this year in Bagley, for sure. Golden State Warriors, Klay Thompson, and I definitely don't remember what that pattern's called. Followed up by Trevor Booker for the Nets. What are you saying to me, Joshua? That you, what now? You have phone calls working. Oh, I gotcha. You're saying that it would be beneficial if you had the DVR functionality. I don't know anything about that, man. I really didn't think that it was a thing because somebody had told me before that it wasn't. And then, like I said, the guy last night said it was. You say tonight it isn't. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sean Kilpatrick to 135 die cut for the Bucks. That might be like a YouTube question, or maybe if you Google it, it'll come up and tell you. I don't know. Obviously, I can't Google it for you right at this moment, but Kent Bazemore to 185 die cut for the Hawks. So I don't know why it doesn't let you do that. Oh yeah, the big man on the big man for Duke, as you call him, Marvin Bagley. He's quite skilled. You would do well if the Bulls end up with him. I'm not a Duke fan because, you know, being a UK graduate, Duke is one of our rivalries, right? So it's not that I wish them ill or anything, but they're just, you know, it's one of our rivals. So naturally, I'm not going to be a huge Duke fan being a huge UK fan. However, I am a fan of Marvin Bagley. That kid is really quite good. Thon Maker for the Bucks. And if your Bulls pick him up, I think it would be a nice pickup for you, for sure. Dirk Nowitzki for the Mavericks. Yeah, again, Joshua, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it has something to do with the software I use or something. I'm sorry. I don't know the answer for you. I'm sorry. This is to 49 on the Seth Curry for the Kings. Nice low number on that little swatch there. So the Kings have had a couple of hits, but we still haven't pulled your De'Aaron Fox that you specifically requested. But we're trying to get you there anyway. Trying hard. DeAndre Jordan again. Like, we have hit a bunch of DeAndre Jordan refractors, haven't we? I think we have for the Clippers. So I hope whoever has the Clippers likes DeAndre Jordan, because you can wallpaper a room with them. As many as we're pulling. This is Paul Gasol for the Spurs. An insert, slash and dash, Scottie Pippen. It's not a refractor though, just an insert. What are you saying there, Trent? It just says you will, but I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean I will pull the De'Aaron Fox? Is that what you mean? You don't have to call me Miss Breaker, though. You can call me anything, but you do not. I guess you can call me Miss Breaker, but you don't have to. That makes me kind of laugh, though. Malik Monk for the Hornets on our jersey relic pull here. He hasn't quite lived up to expectations this year, sadly. He's a UK guy, so he's one of my guys, but he's really not done as well as I thought he was going to do so far. That was a refractor, guys. Right as I was getting ready to set it down, I saw that Embiid, saw the edge of that glowing, so I didn't call it out as a refractor when it went by the first time because I didn't notice it until I was setting it down. Oh, Trent, this is your first break with me. All right. Well, I hope that we bring you good luck. Maybe it'll be first break luck, right? And Jacob Rambo is saying in chat, if anyone is not logged in and can't see chat, he wants to know if anybody wants to trade anything for a Kevin Love auto. So he must not be a Kevin Love fan, right? I'm guessing. I don't know. Breaker Addiction, you are asking if Select is a nice product. Well, you know I love Select in football and basketball. So far tonight, I'd say we've had some nice hits, but we're just getting started. So we haven't burned the house down with a super hot hit yet, but we're only in the second box, so we got a ways to go. And that was Brooke Lopez for the Lakers that went by just a second ago. And Davin Reed here is to 149 for the Phoenix Suns. Oh, you got outbid on everything tonight, Breaker Addiction? I'm surprised. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm surprised you got skunked on them. Usually you end up with a couple, so we got more coming up though in a few days, so no worries. You'll have some more shots at it. This is to 299 on the Jason Tatum. I would say right now, so far, two-box part of the way into the second box, that the Larry Bird to 49 autograph's probably the best hit so far. And that's a pretty good one, really, to just be getting started. JJ Barea for the Mavericks. This insert is Brandon Ingram. And I don't remember, again, that's not a refractor, but it is an insert, so we'll sleeve it anyway. A hit for the Thunder with Sabonis. And once again, we have a little jersey relic. Oh, Jacob's saying, oh, he doesn't have Kevin Love. He meant to write Kobe. Gotcha. So you're saying you have a Kobe autograph that you want to trade. Is that right, Jacob? Oh, you got two of them. Out of what product? Well, I know there's always been a little controversy on situations like the Ben Simmons deal and ditto, with Embiid, because when they first came in, they were injured. They didn't play what was truly their rookie season in the league. They didn't play. So the first year that they play, they are still able to win Rookie of the Year. So Yeah, people fall on both sides of the fence of that. That's kind of a controversial type thing, and you'll definitely find people that believe it should go in both directions. Ben McLemore for the Grizzlies. That is Scope. Anthony Hardaway. Man, we're pulling some blast from the past here. We've got a little imperfection down here in this lower left corner, and I cannot tell if it is chipping or if it's really just a little bit off the edge of the card. It's numbered to 60. And what I mean by a little bit off the edge of the card is often the edges of these, the way these cards are made, the edges kind of flake off and make some little white pieces and things, and it could just be that. I just didn't want to mess with it and do anything to it, so just pointing it out, and when you get it, you can look at it a little more closely. Satoransky for the Wizards. He's been playing quite well in John Wall's absence. Surprisingly well, actually. Nicholas Batum for the Hornets. And I think you guys are now going back and forth on who should be Rookie of the Year and how that should work, right? Markieff Morris for the Wizards. I have to say, I mean, Donovan Mitchell is really making quite a case for it. I mean, the kid has just been unbelievable. /99, Melo for the Knicks. He's in a Knicks uniform on this one. But more importantly than the uniform he's in, of course, is the team designation on the card itself. Because you guys know sometimes they can be in the uniform for one team but have a different team designation on them if they've been traded. For the Rockets /65, a die-cut Key. I don't remember how to say his first name. For the Raptors, CJ Miles. Blazers have a hit coming. CJ McCollum /99. Relic and autograph. I think we'll start a second pile. This pile is getting kind of high. We're going to start a new pile for our hits so that one doesn't get too high. Die cut Bogdanovic 185 Pacers. Then went Jaylen Brown. Man, did you guys see that fall he took? Man alive, that he is lucky he did not get seriously hurt. That was a nasty fall. Of course, you know, we've had so many people all year in all of our sports. We've had a lot of injuries. Football, basketball, everything. But you expect kind of a certain number in football, but it seems like we've had some odd basketball injuries this year. You know, like Jaylen Brown coming down after the dunk and popping his head a good one, and Gordon Hayward breaking his leg, and just stuff that's not your typical, not that it's typical, but many times the injuries are an ACL in basketball. So when it's something outside of that, I think it tends to be kind of an atypical injury other than like a twisting your ankle or something. And we have a little prism here for Roberson for the Thunder. And then we have Chris Dunn for the Bulls. Still used to Chris Dunn being in the other uniform. Rodney Hood for the Jazz /99. Relic. And that's so funny because I was talking to somebody this morning and I said, you know, we were talking about Select and he had already opened a few boxes and telling me what he got. And I said, you know, for some reason I just keep thinking I'm going to pull Rodney Hood tonight. And he's like, why do you think you're going to pull Rodney Hood? That's such a strange thing to think you're going to pull. And I'm like, I don't know. I just think I'm going to pull Rodney Hood. And there he was. Reggie Jackson for the Pistons. But he was laughing at me. He was like, I don't think you're probably going to really pull Rodney Hood. And well, there he was. Brogdon again for the Bucks. Oh, thank you, Trent, for answering that question about the Blazers. I hadn't looked over there to see that someone had a question about that hit, so thank you for answering that for me. I appreciate your help with that. Brooke Lopez for the Lakers. This is X Factor memorabilia, and that's, I'm sure, probably worn when he was a Net. Yeah, which it says on the back, worn when he was a Brooklyn Net. And it is numbered 225. So nice low number for the Lakers. Zach Randolph refractor for the Kings. An insert all-world Embiid for the Sixers. That is not a refractor, but because it is an insert, we're going to go ahead and sleeve it anyway. I don't always sleeve all the inserts, but in Select I usually do. It seems like, Jacob, are you and Trent having a hard time figuring out how to reach each other? Because I can suggest that maybe you share your eBay user ID, and then you all could email each other by way of eBay, if that works for both of you. So it looks like you guys are trying to find a good solution to maybe make a deal or something. So that might be a good way to go about it. And then you can exchange further details there. Or, of course, obviously you can type it here into chat. But I'm assuming you guys maybe don't want to do that, because otherwise I think you would have already typed it in there. So that's just my 2 cents. That's to $2.99 for the Wolves. Which I can understand. I mean, sometimes you don't want to broadcast your email address all over the place. Memphis Grizzlies, James Ennis. That is the scope pattern. Have a TJ Leaf coming out for the Pacers, numbered 299, autograph and relic. And then that way maybe we just facilitate a nice little trade between the two of you, because it seems like that Jacob has some nice stuff there to trade with, a couple of Kobe autos. James Johnson for the Heat to 199. A die cut Roberson to 99 for the Thunder. For the Raptors, CJ Miles. Jay Crowder for the Cavs. I think, actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I think I might have just stacked a numbered one in an unnumbered stack. So I want to check real quick while I'm thinking about it. Yep, there it is. As basically, I try to keep the numbered ones stacked together so we can recap our numbered inserts at the end of the break, along with our autographs and memorabilia. And I was afraid I would forget to fish that one out of there if I didn't do it right then. Tobias Harris, Pistons to 75. Derek is asking if Lauri Markkanen is hard to hit in here. I don't know. It just came out today. I was super busy all day. I did not have an opportunity to watch anyone else's breaks. So this is my first crack at it myself. So I don't know. He's definitely in contenders quite a bit. So I would assume that he's probably in select quite a bit, but I don't know. And you're asking, what road is the old Turfland Mall on? Harrodsburg Road is the answer to your question, Trent. Oh no, Wayne is in here trolling his son. That's just awful, man. That's very funny. That makes me laugh. Andrew Wiggins to 75 for the T-Wolves. You gotta love it when Dad comes into chat and to troll you, man. But Wayne's been breaking with me for a long time, and Jacob's just recently gotten started breaking with me, but Wayne's been breaking with me for a good long while. This is Steph Curry for the Warriors. So he's probably giving you a lot of cards, huh, Jacob? A lot of them come maybe from Dad buying into breaks. Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers. Nice to hit the little Kuzma prism in any product, I think. For the Pacers, we have David West to 99 with a relic. Oh, Jacob says no, he didn't get any cards from his dad. They all went to his nephews. Oh, this is a nice looking card. It's another David West, but look at that patch. I really like the patch. It's just a nice little section. I mean, it's 3 colors, but just the way it looks on the card and everything, it really pops. It's to 25. And it is the last in the series. It's number 25 of 25. You know, that gives me that special little thrill when they're the first or the last in the series. John Paul, our biggest hit to this point, in my estimation, is a Larry Bird hard-signed auto to 49. But we've got a long ways yet left to go. But in my estimation, that's probably the most money anyway, if you think about it in terms of that. Oh, look, Trent agrees. That's what he typed in, too, that he thought was the biggest one so far was the Larry Bird. Yeah, probably everybody would probably agree on that at this point, but you never know. Sometimes people value things differently. This is to 299 Bogdanovic Kings. And another Malik Monk. This one is unnumbered, but it's that pattern, the name I cannot think of. And I always want to say it's the Wave, and then I don't really think it is called the Wave. But anyway, there it was. And here's another one right behind it for Kawhi Leonard, Spurs. And there's a little Lonzo base rookie. Here is a scope Tyler Ulis. Love Tyler Ulis for the Phoenix Suns. Terrence Ferguson rookie signature to 25 for the Thunder. A little tie-dye action coming out. Hard signed Terrence Ferguson. Nice little hit there for Oklahoma City. Oh, John Paul, you got a Larry Bird auto, a Tatum auto. Oh, and you found a zebra, too, in your in a break you did earlier. That's fantastic, man. The zebra, of course, is a new parallel this year. Hasn't been in there in the past. Villacunas for the Raptors. Die cut to 99, Nick Stauskas for the Nets. James Harden, Rockets. Well, sometimes I cannot get that sleeve to open up. Boogie for Nola. Numbered Reggie Jackson to 199 Pistons. So this, once we finish this box that I'm opening right now, we will be at the halfway point once we look through this box. Just to give you an idea of where we are in terms of the break, the total break. Oh, John Paul, there were 2 zebras in that case, and the other was, Lonzo. Nice. That, yeah, you're right. That will get somebody a lot of money. Jacob is asking in chat if anybody has Carson Wentz cards that they want to sell or trade. So if anybody happens to be watching that isn't logged into chat, but you have some Carson Wentz that you want to sell or trade, you better log in there. It sounds like you might have a possible customer. This is Vince Carter to 299 for the Kings. Rachel, we have not pulled Nola other than like a boogie parallel. I don't think it was numbered. It was like that wave kind of pattern. That's the only one I remember because it just recently went by. That's not to say that we haven't had another one, but that's the one I remember because it's the most recent. Josh Richardson for the Heat. But you also know, Rachel, I'm terrible about remembering what we've hit. So, oh, Shaq, baby, to 49 for the Lakers. Nice. So we've got the hard signed Shaq and a hard signed Larry Bird so far. So we're doing pretty well for our veterans anyway. For the Blazers, we have Evan Turner to 49. Oh, Breaker Addiction, you like that Shaq, huh? That was pretty sweet, wasn't it? Pretty sweet to 49. Well, I thought there was only one card till we got to the hit, but apparently there were a couple. I should have picked the rest of them up. For the Raptors, Terrence Ross. Little relic, little jersey relic there for the Raptors. Oh, I don't remember the end price for the Lakers, guys. It was over 200, I think, but I couldn't tell you exactly. And Rachel, when we finish looking through this box, we will be at the exact halfway point. Markelle Fultz for the 76ers scope. Oops, well, I might as well just left that sitting down because here's Wayne Selden Prism for the Grizzlies. Dante Exum, Jazz. For the Raptors, DeMar DeRozan. Here's a nice little De'Aaron Fox. And the little tricolor with the pattern that I couldn't tell you the name of, that I keep saying wave, that probably isn't wave. Anyway, it's a nice little parallel for De'Aaron Fox and the Kings. And we have a refractor insert with authority. Dominique Wilkins for the Hawks. Derrick Rose /99 for the Cavs, jersey relic. And what about him going to the T-Wolves? Like that, I don't get that. I really don't. Well, I'm kind of surprised that anybody signed him for the rest of the season. I mean, not to like knock Derrick Rose, because I like Derrick Rose, but let's face it, he's not what he once was. But how does that make sense for the T-Wolves to pick him up? Because, I mean, they've got enough offense as it is. I know that Jimmy Butler's out, but he'll probably be back before the playoffs. And Derrick Rose is not a top-notch defender, so I don't know if what little bit maybe you gain in offense that you don't turn around and lose as a defensive liability. So I don't know. I thought that was an odd kind of signing, but anyway. Raymond Felton /149 for the Thunder. Maybe Tibbs just missed him, right? Just decided he needed to reassemble the old gang or something. But if he picks up Noah, then, I mean, no. I hope he doesn't pick up Noah. Golden State Warriors Draymond Green. I mean, nostalgia aside, Tibbs got to draw the line somewhere. Rondae Hollis Jefferson for the Nets. Die cut for the Spurs /185, Manu Ginobili. Oh, somebody said Derrick Rose is a bum. Well, I wouldn't really call him a bum. I would definitely say that his best playing days are behind him. I mean, of course, obviously, he's been plagued with injuries throughout his career and whatnot, but he's definitely on the downside of his career, and I was a little bit surprised to see the T-Wolves pick him up. Oh, Jacob is talking about the Browns making a trade. Yeah, they're going to pick up Jarvis Landry from the Dolphins. And I didn't hear which of their picks they were trading for him, just that there were going to be picks traded. Of course, gosh, the Browns have got 6, I think, in the top 65 picks. I think they have 6 of them. So they can afford to come off a couple of those, you know. They're not going to come off of 1 or 4, I don't think, for Jarvis Landry, but you know, they've got 4 others between 4 and 65, so they're going to have they've got room to work. Oh, did they pick up Tyrod Taylor today? Well, I missed that. I did not hear that they picked up Tyrod Taylor. That's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks they could have picked up. I'm kind of surprised it was Tyrod, but that probably means they are going to take a QB somewhere with one of their picks. This is /65 for the Magic die cut Hazanga. I kind of thought they would go after McCarron after they botched that deal for him by missing the trade deadline in the season this past year. I figured they'd try to sign McCarron and backstop him with a QB pick farther down in the first or second round. Shabazz Muhammad, T-Wolves. But I guess that is not what they are doing. Tony Parker for the Spurs. But they should take Saquon Barkley with the #1 pick. I don't care if you don't usually take running backs with the #1 pick. That's who they should take. That kid's going to be special, I think. Embiid for the 76ers. Especially if they've picked up Tyrod, who will at least be functional, and pick up another quarterback with one of your other picks farther down the line. Oh, I do not think Derrick Rose is known for defense. Is that, John Paul? I would have to maybe disagree with you on that. I do not think Derrick Rose is really a particularly proficient defensive player. Maxi Kleber for the Mavericks. And we have an insert with authority. Russell Westbrook. That is not a refractor, but is a nice little insert. But see, Joshua, I don't think he really fills in for Butler, though. He doesn't bring anything that they really need. They've already got enough offensive production, even without Jimmy Butler. They could use a little more help on defense, I think, and a little more long-range shooting, as someone pointed out as well. But I don't know that Derrick Rose answers those things. Sean Kilpatrick. I really do think maybe Tibbs just feeling a little nostalgic or something. I don't know. Maybe he's got a game plan the rest of us don't know about. To 185, Satoransky die cut for the Wizards. James Harden to 149 for the Rockets. I tried to flip that over real quick because obviously it's got some info on the back there that we don't need to be broadcasting out everywhere. 250 Panini Rewards point card. You know what that means. One of our hits just got 86th and replaced with that 250 Rewards point card. So we will give that out at the end of the break by way of random.org. And oh, John Paul, you were being sarcastic. Okay, good. That makes me feel better because I was like, I don't think I agree with that. Okay, good. We're on the same page. And Boogie, I don't know what's going to happen with Boogie. Of course, obviously, he's out with the Achilles issue right now. Sterling Brown for the Bucks. Jersey relic. I will say that AD came out and said this week that he believes that DeMarcus will stay with NOLA and that he's really campaigning for Boogie to stay with NOLA and that he thinks he's going to. So take that for what it's worth, but that's what Anthony Davis had to say. DeAndre Jordan, Clippers. Davin Reed to 199, hard signed for the Phoenix Suns. Or were you talking about Kirk Cousins in the NFL? You could have been talking about Kirk Cousins. I don't know which one you were talking about. It's two Cousins. To 299, Markelle Fultz for the Sixers. Ooh, I see a zebra coming. And it is J.J. Redick for the Sixers. Our first zebra parallel. So that's pretty cool. I like those new zebras. Dante Exum, Jazz. Okay. Let me scoot all this on down the road a little bit so I can start our new pile. So this is box 8 of 12 that's coming out right now. So after this box, there's still 4 more after we finish this box. You meant Kirk Cousins? Okay, sorry. Since we were breaking basketball, I just automatically thought you meant Boogie. Kirk Cousins, who knows? I mean, the team I keep hearing thrown around a lot is the Jets, oddly enough, mainly because of how much money they have to spend. So I guess it depends on whether he wants money or whether he wants to win. I know the Broncos are after him, but I don't know. Of course, they're kind of well, they're not really dismantling, but they've definitely made a trade down there and probably a couple more coming. So I don't know that they're really a guaranteed win either. And speaking of, the Legion of Boom is no more. Like, it was already being dismantled, of course, with Bennett. And now Richard Sherman gone. Caleb Swanigan refractor for the Blazers. Prism, I mean. Which they are the same thing. Prism and refractor. Panini calls them Prism. Topps calls them refractors. Kelly Oubre. 265. Autograph and relic. So I don't know, Kirk Cousins. I mean, they're speculating that he could end up with as much as $30 million a year. Can you even believe? With a pretty good amount of it guaranteed, apparently, depending on where he goes. Magic Hazonga. But the Jets do have a lot of money to spend. All-world, I don't even know how to say his name. Kokik, I don't know. Whatever his name is. He's all-world. He's for the Bulls, and it is not a refractor, but I sleeved it because it's an insert that we're not pulling at an alarming rate. Pulling a few of them. Markieff Morris to 199 for the Wizards. So in other words, there's a little bit of scarcity to that insert. We're not pulling one a box or even one a every other box necessarily. That was a De'Aaron Fox base rookie a second ago. Here is Zach Collins to 299 for the Blazers. And then we have a nice little Jordan Bell to 10 for the Golden State Warriors. Nice little hit there for the Warriors on the low-numbered Jordan Bell. Jokic, refractor for Denver. We are making progress. You think Kirk Cousins is going to go to Arizona? I don't know, maybe. I don't know if the Cowboys will pick up Sherman. I mean, it's hard to say because he's going to be expensive. And he is he in his 30s already? I want to say if he's not, I want to say he's maybe in his early 30s. So, I don't know. It depends on how much he wants, I guess. I think my Steelers are releasing Mitchell, which makes me kind of sad. Although they said they might re-sign him if he'll come back for less money, but that's kind of insulting. So, like, I don't know if he will. Ivan Rabb with the scope pattern. Thunder, Terrence Ferguson to 199. I think we had another Terrence Ferguson hit earlier that was maybe hard signed, if I'm remembering correctly. This one is a sticker alongside the relic. A nice little tie-dye, die-cut Satoransky to 25 for the Wizards. Raptors, Anunoby. Oh, Wayne, you've been an Eagles fan for 48 years? Sweet, man. That Super Bowl made you really happy then. James Johnson for the Miami Heat. Honestly, that Super Bowl win made me happy too. As you know, I'm a Steelers fan, but hey, it's all within the same state, right? It's all within Pennsylvania, just up the road a little bit. LeBron James for the Cavs. Jordan Clarkson, Lakers. Die cut Malik Monk to 185, Hornets. Oh, I saw the Jazz. I got all excited there for a minute, but it's Rudy Gobert. Thought we were maybe going to have Donovan Mitchell. I just saw the Jazz part first, and I was like, oh, we're going to hit it. No, we have Rudy Gobert. But we still have time. We still have time to find it. So we have 4 boxes left, counting this one that I'm opening now. 4 boxes left. Oh, Joshua, you said you sold a Prism Gold Bell the day of release for $650, and it's going for $999 now. Is this your hit, Josh? Are you saying that you would like to have that put in a one touch? I don't know if that was your hit or not, but if it is, let me know. And I will grab it for you and put it in a one touch. WW Town says, "Hey, where's his John Collins gold? He wants to see John Collins. He does not care about anybody else's gold. I can't blame you. You always want to hit your own. Boy, this is like the 3rd or 4th Davin Reed we've hit, isn't it? This one is to 199 for the Suns, and it is a sticker auto and relic, and this is maybe some of the others were just inserts and not autographs, but it seems like I have been saying Davin Reed a lot tonight. For the Knicks, Kristaps Porzingis. Josh, you're saying that was your card for the Warriors and you do want it in a one touch, I believe, is what you're saying? So what you want it to go in the one touch inside of a sleeve? Because I don't know that it will fit properly in a one touch inside the sleeve. Myers Leonard for the Blazers. I mean, I can do that if that's what you want, but that's not what I would recommend. Enes Kanter for the Knicks. Harry Giles for the Kings. And an insert for the Magic with Jonathan Isaac. James Harden to 199 for the Rockets. And I need to make a second stack of our numbered things too. That stack's getting a little high, which is a good thing. Tobias Harris, 299 for the Pistons. See another zebra coming, I believe. But first we have a nice little scope here of Ennis for the Grizzlies. Chris Middleton to 65, I think does that say 65? Yeah, 65 for the Bucks. With the in-flight insert hard signed. So you're saying not in a sleeve, put the case on top to keep the case from touching. Put the sleeve on top of the card to keep from touching the one-touch cover. I can do that. Again, I don't think the one-touch is going to close correctly with an extra something on top of it. Maybe if I use a bigger size, then it's not necessarily going to fit right on the corners. I mean, I'll do it however you want, but I don't know, again, that that's really the best idea. But if that's how you want it to go in, that is what I will do. Bradley Beal for the Wizards in the zebra parallel. Kevin Durant, Warriors. I don't know why I turned the Blazers over. That wasn't even numbered. That wasn't even a refractor. All right, let's see what we've got left in the rest of this box. A die cut, oh boy, Korkmaz. I'm sure that is totally wrong. To 99 for the 76ers. Like, I'm just certain that that was pronounced completely, unbelievably wrong. Here's a nice little scope coming out for the Grizzlies with Chandler Parsons. Thaddeus Young to 49 for the Pacers. That might be called checkerboard, if I'm remembering that right. I think that one's called checkerboard. It's a reasonably good guess anyway, that that's what it's called. Another TJ Leaf for the Pacers. Relic. No, I understand what you're saying, Josh. I'm just saying I don't think that's a good idea. But if that's how you want it done, I will. But it's not gonna, the case is not gonna close properly if it goes in the correct size case and then you lay a penny sleeve on top of it. So that means it's going to have to go in a case that is bigger than it should be for the card, which then allows more movement of the card. So I personally don't think that's a good idea. But if that's what you want done, then that's what I will do. Muscala for the Hawks. So yes, I mean, I know what you're saying. I just don't necessarily think it's the best way to do it. But I will do however you want it done. But if it moves around in there, that is not going to be on me. I'm giving you fair warning, man, that I don't suggest that that's the way to do it. And we have another checkerboard, this one for the Lakers, to 49 with the big man, Wilt Chamberlain. Steph Curry, Warriors. Whoops, I almost laid that down, but that is a Muhammad refractor for the T-Wolves. Followed by Valanciunas, Raptors. And then we have for NOLA, Dante Cunningham, Prism. an all-world Tony Parker for the Spurs. Again, not a refractor, but just putting in a sleeve anyway. Oh, that is nice. Kyrie, baby, with a tag. Yeah, buddy. 1/1 Kyrie Irving for the Celtics. That is pretty sweet. I don't know if our Celtics... who has the Celtics? I think I know who it is. Are you on here, Marty Marr? Are you in live right now? As I'm guessing that you probably want that in a one-touch. And I'm trying to guess about what size that looks like it should go in. I've got a couple of possibilities here we're going to try. It's going to be one of these two. This definitely doesn't need to go in one that big. All right, where is the other size? Maybe we just have the 180, which maybe is what it's going to go in anyway, but I thought I had a 150 and I wanted to check between the two. But I guess I don't have a 150 and I just thought I did. So I'm guessing you're not in here, Marty Marr. But I'm going to go ahead and one-touch this for you anyway, because I suspect that you're going to want it in one. And Joshua, I'm not doing yours right this second because yours was already put in a sleeve and it's in that stack up there. And you want it done in a different sort of way. So I will get back to yours, but this one we're just going to get Mr. Kyrie in here right now. Is that? Yeah, I guess that's going to be the right size. So there it is, a little 1/1 for the Celtics with the nice tag for Kyrie. And I think this is Marty Marr, and if it isn't, and whoever it is, you don't want the case, let me know. But otherwise, if it is Marty Marr, I'm figuring you probably do want the case. And John Paul, you were asking when we're breaking this again. I believe it is next up Tuesday night. After the break, I'll put the list up again of what's coming up in the days ahead, and we can double check it, but I think it's Tuesday night. Because if I'm remembering right, we've definitely got the last of that case of Prestige is one night coming up here in the next little bit. And then we've got another half case of Contenders basketball, but I believe that's Wednesday night. So I think the other case of Select, the next case of Select is Tuesday night, but we'll double check it. Goran Dragic for the Heat. Another James Harden Prism for the Rockets. Yes, I understand, Joshua. As I said before, I understand what you're asking for. It is not a matter of me not understanding what you're asking for. I don't believe it is the safest way to send the card, but as I said before, I will do it that way. But it doesn't close properly, or you have to use a case that doesn't fit it exactly to lay something on top of it, which allows for movement of the card inside the case. So again, I don't recommend it. It's not what I suggest. This is the Magic die cut to 185. I'm happy to do it, but I don't take responsibility for it if it moves around inside the case, which then later causes issues, because I do not recommend sending it that way. But as I said before, I will do that for you. This is to 299 for the Celtics with Aaron Baines. I'm just, again, not stopping to do it right this second because I'm going to have to figure out what size case next up that's going to go in to make that work the way you want it done. Vucevic to 99 for the Magic on that little relic. And for the Cavs, we have numbered to 149, Mr. LeBron James. Well, my recommendation wasn't necessarily to send it in a top loader either. My recommendation would have been to send it in the proper one touch, the size that fits it without adding extra things inside the case. But you do not want it to go in a one touch that way. So in the absence of that, yes, I think you're probably better off in just a straight top loader than putting it in an incorrect size case and laying something on top of it. Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls with the scope pattern. For the Magic, Elfrid Payton to 65. That is a sticker and relic, sticker auto and relic on the Elfrid Payton. We've got 2 boxes left, guys. So if we have not yet hit what you're looking for, you really have to start trying to conjure it up. You got to start working it. See if we can't make it appear for you in one of these last 2 boxes. Derek, I don't know what the Lauri Markkanen scope would be, would bring. I know some of the Lauri autographs, well, I haven't seen them out of Select. I mean, this just came out today, but some of the Lauri Markkanen autographs out of Contenders are for the variation, which is numbered to 35, I think. Those have been going anywhere from 100 to 150, something like that. But a scope out of here, I'm not sure about. Wayne wants to pull a Carson Wentz autograph out of here, which I think might be hard pressed to happen. I don't think we're going to be able to work that out for you, Wayne. But I do appreciate your ability to work your mojo there. And if that works, then if we pull a football card of Carson Wentz out of our basketball break, then you are going to be King Mojo, my friend. And Rachel is asking how the little kitten is doing. Well, he is worn out at the moment. He's being very quiet tonight. My mother came over and played with him earlier today and had a new toy for him. And he played so hard that he started panting like a dog does. And that didn't slow him down much this afternoon, but then he has retired early this evening. This is the 135 Taj Gibson die cut, for which I am a little bit grateful. Let's be honest. I think that he's a little too active for me sometimes. So I'm kind of glad that he's worn out at the moment. Wilson Chandler for the Nuggets. And a prism for Dirk Nowitzki, Mavericks. Mike Muscala for the Hawks. A prism for the Hornets with MKG, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. By the way, I saw Michael Carter Williams is out with, was it a tear? Was it a muscle tear in his shoulder? This is to 99 Jokic for the Nuggets. That's a nice little hit. Relic and sticker auto. And I believe I need another pack of thick sleeves to finish us off here, because I'm about out of those. Well, out of what's laying on the table, not out of them. I've got tons of them. You heard the bell the last time. You're talking about the kitten again. Yeah, the kitten gets crazy, and he seems to somehow know when I'm doing breaks, and he gets extra active a lot of times. Gallinari for the Clippers to 65. And all of his toys that he likes the best are extremely loud. And I mean, he's downstairs, but you can still hear them because he's just really rambunctious. It's kind of crazy. Tyler Lydon for the Nuggets. Relic. My mom swears that he wasn't really a stray. She says that somebody had him and just couldn't deal with all the activity and put him out and just abandoned him. It's like, I don't think so. I think he was probably born to a stray or feral mother. Our house backs up to a park, so people, sadly, they dump animals and things in the park, and somehow or another they wind up wandering down here to my house quite often. Malcolm Brogdon to 149 for the Bucks. But I'm sure he'll be a very nice little kitty when he calms down a little. Here is a Jason Tatum for the Celtics with the scope prism there. Another nice little hit for the Celtics. Harry Giles to 199, hard signed for the Kings. Trent, you were asking, are there 9 orange refractors per case? I don't know. I don't know if there's a guaranteed number of orange refractors per case. Chris Paul for the Clippers with a relic hit. So basically, what is that? Just like, hey, we have some still laying around, so we got to get rid of them now that he's with another team? I mean, sometimes I think that's what they do, because they're not going to waste it. You better believe that. Norman Powell for the Raptors. Scope. Well, I mean, if you're talking about, there is a card numbered to 9 in the first off the line, yes. If you're talking about first off the line select, there is a refractor numbered to 9 in each first off the line box that is exclusive to first off the line, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're talking about or not. But here is a nice little Lauri Markkanen prism insert. So there's a nice little hit too for you, Bulls, with your Lauri Markkanen. James Harden, 299 for the Rockets. Yeah, the first off the line stuff always has some content that is exclusive to that product. And I actually decided not to get first off the line select our National Treasures football this time. I had it in my cart the other day and I was kind of trying to decide, but it was, I mean, well, A, it was expensive, and B, I just wasn't totally wild about the way the insert looked. And normally I do buy the first off the line stuff, but while I was trying to decide, I forgot. Like I started doing something else. I started sorting cards or something, and I forgot that I'd left it in my cart. And I got a call, and Pete asked me if I had bought it, and I said, well, I've got it in my cart, but I can't really decide if I want to check out with it or not. And he goes, well, it's too late now because it's already sold out. And I said, oh, well, there you go. Made the decision for me. So there you go. Jacob, I don't know what the going rate is on a CJ McCollum. So I don't know the answer to that. I have not priced anything CJ McCollum in a while. Does anybody else have an idea what the value is of the McCollum that we saw earlier? Another DeAndre Jordan for the Clippers, because there are so many in this product. Here's another one. Scope. Uh-oh. Lakers, you already had a nice Shaquille O'Neal. How would you like to have Lonzo hard signed to 199? I'm guessing you would. The Lakers were just really probably sweating it out, although they were maybe not sweating it as much because you already had the Shaq. But you're probably sweating it out a little bit. And then here we are in the last box, bringing it home for you. Joffrey Laverne for the Nuggets relic. But meanwhile, we haven't seen much in the way of Donovan Mitchell, have we? So it'd be nice to conjure up a little Donovan Mitchell something, insert or auto or something. Trevor Ariza to 299 for the Rockets. And then we have Andre Drummond for the Pistons. Raymond Felton for the Thunder. A die cut for the Spurs, numbered to 135 of Kawhi Leonard. I don't know why I could not see the opening of that. I'm like, I can't see with the opening edge of that. So just a few packs left. And then, of course, we'll recap our hits. And we also have that 250 Panini Rewards point card that we need to distribute that replaced one of our hits in one of the boxes. So that will be given out by way of random at the end of the break as well. Basically, what will happen with that is I will just copy all of the teams from the spreadsheet. We'll take them over and paste them into random.org. And because there's 30 entries in there, we won't have to do random multiple times. We'll just do random the one time, and whatever team ends up in the number one position after random is run, we'll take home that rewards point card. Die cut Chandler Parsons to 185 for the Grizzlies. For the Cavaliers, this is Osman. Or Osman, I think. Should be pronounced with an S, I think. Ivan Rabb, Grizzlies. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, a prism for Russell Westbrook. A prism for the Clippers with Gallinari. Insert all-world Vucevic Magic. Again, not a refractor. None of those inserts of those all-world, I don't think any of them were refractors, but put them in sleeves anyway because there aren't that many of them, so might as well. Chris Dunn for the Bulls to 199. Oh, at least we've got something here for the Jazz. Again, I get like all happy thinking it's going to be somebody different than we pulled, but what we have is Trevor Booker. I again thought maybe we were going to have some Donovan Mitchell, but we have Mr. Trevor Booker instead. A refractor for Boogie Cousins, Nola. All right, that's going to bring us to recap and giving away our 250 points card. So I'm going to put the 250 points card in a sleeve so that I can write on it in a minute. And that way I will not have to go back and watch the video later to figure out what team has it, because I'm going to write it on the front after we give it away. You just get these sleeves back where they belong instead of in a pile on the table. And here we go. I'm going to bring you along with me here as we do this. So once again, I'm just copying all 30 of our teams from the spreadsheet, and then I'm going to drop them in on random by way of pasting them in. We'll scroll down through there so you'll have an opportunity to see that all the teams did actually get put in. And then again, because we have 30, I'm not going to do multiple randoms. We're going to do random one single time. And whoever comes out on top is going to have that rewards point card coming their way. And that is the Denver Nuggets. And I'll just scroll down so you can see our date and time stamp right there. Obviously, you just watch me do it anyway, but still. So there is the Denver Nuggets taking home a rewards point card. I just now see that Derek is asking to do the points card first. I pretty much always do the randoms before we do the recap. Because that way, it's just easier. That way we know where everything should be by that point in time. We'll do a quick little fly through of our numbered cards. I'm not going to show the backs of them again, but we'll just go through and take a look at the front. Now, there are all kinds of other parallels in here, as you guys saw, including the zebras and whatnot. But if they were not numbered, I didn't put them in this particular stack, except, well, maybe I did put an unnumbered zebra in there right as I say that. By accident, I did have one unnumbered in there. But for the most part, I guess there's two unnumbered I stacked in there incorrectly. Most of them, let's revise that, the majority of these should be numbered. And the unnumbered stuff is stacked separately. We're not going to recap all of the unnumbered parallels because there are lots and lots of them. But we are taking a look at a few that got mixed in here. And it's always possible, guys, that if you saw a numbered one go by and you don't see it there in the recap, that I accidentally did the opposite and stacked a numbered one in the unnumbered pile. So that is also possible. Obviously, if you saw it go by earlier, you're going to get it. I just tried to kind of set them out separately so that we could do that at the end. So, oh, no worries, Josh. I will take care of it for you. Like I said, I was happy to do it the other way as well. I just didn't really think that it was safe. So I just felt like I needed to warn you of what I thought could potentially happen. That's all, because I'm trying to get it to you in the best shape possible. So our 250 rewards points is awarded to the Denver Nuggets by way of random. Then we have CJ McCollum. That was a sticker auto and relic. Carmelo Anthony. And again, Melo was for the Knicks on this one, on the relic. Anthony Hardaway, hard-signed autograph. Sabonis relic. Malik Monk relic. Seth Curry, not Steph, but Seth Curry relic. Nice little Larry Bird hard-signed. I do have to flip that one over to 49 for the Celtics. Then we have Courtney Lee relic. The in-flight Isaiah Ryder. Frank Mason III sticker auto and relic. That was a sticker, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a sticker and a relic. Chris Paul for the Rockets. Let me get these moved off into the sorting area. And then, you know what? Let's go ahead and get our 1 of 1 out of here because he's sitting over here. So we may as well take another look at him. Yeah, that's that nice Kyrie Irving laundry tag, 1 of 1 for the Celtics. And I just took it upon myself to put that in a in a one-touch magnetic case because I'm assuming that you're going to want it in that. If you don't, let me know. Otherwise, I'm assuming that you probably do because that's a pretty nice hit. Laverne for the Nuggets. Chris Paul again. This one for the Clippers. Davin Reed, we'll flip that one over. And Derrick Rose. I don't know why I flipped Derrick Rose over. I just did. Terrence Ross. Here's the nice little Shaquille O'Neal for the Lakers to 49. So we had the Larry Bird and Shaquille O'Neal. A couple of nice Hall of Fame signatures coming out of there. Our tie-dye was Terrence Ferguson to 25. And then we had a tie-dye relic as well to 25. And that is for the Pacers with David West. And there's a regular David West relic. TJ Leaf. And another tie-dye here, Brooke Lopez. But this was, the material is from when he was with the Nets, which it even says that on the back. But anyway, it's for the Lakers. But the fabric came from a uniform when he was a Net, is what it says on there. Which we could tell by looking at it anyway, right? I mean, clearly that wasn't any kind of Lakers uniform. Shaq was numbered to 49. Yes, Trent. I don't know exactly what the number was, but it was numbered to 49, yes. There is Alonzo. Hard signed Lonzo Ball to 199 for the Lakers. And then we'll flip Harry Giles as well. He is to 199. Tyler Lydon relic. Jokic, and that is a sticker auto and relic. Elfrid Payton is sticker auto and relic numbered 265 for the Magic. Also for the Magic, Vucevic. Another TJ Leaf for the Pacers, that one a relic. An in-flight Chris Middleton for the Bucks. For the Suns, Davin Reed, that's sticker and relic. For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert. For the Thunder, Terrence Ferguson to 199. Oubre, Mr. Kelly Oubre Jr. to 65. And then for the Bucks, Sterling Brown. Now, someone had asked me earlier about when the next case of this breaks, and I said I would put that spreadsheet back up. So let me do that real quick. I think that it is Tuesday night, but I will tell you for sure here as soon as we get on the right page. So tomorrow night, the case is Donruss Baseball. Sunday night, the case is the rest of Prestige. Monday night, there are two cases, Contenders Optic Football and Heritage Baseball. Tuesday night, the case is Select Basketball. Wednesday night, the case is Contenders Basketball. So usually, guys, it will be some one-box breaks and some memorabilia, and then either a half a case or a full case of something that ends up the night. And that's how it goes for the most part this time of year when lots of products are coming out. Now, when there's not as much stuff coming out, then as quickly as it comes out, then there might not be a full or a half case every night. But when there is a lot of stuff coming out, most nights are either going to have a full or a half case somewhere along the way with all of their relics, with all of the one box and memorabilia stuff. I'll get it out in a minute. And in case anybody's watching on tape delay or you're watching the recorded version, once again, there's the information about the anticipated shipping date and consolation cards and all that jazz. And that's it for tonight, guys. That is the whole shebang of what we had to open this evening. And of course, you saw on the spreadsheet there a minute ago, we'll be back at it tomorrow night with the back half of a Donruss Baseball case that we started on Wednesday. Oh, John Quigley is asking for the zebra. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be in another big stack over here. So you're going to have to bear with me while I find it, because it's in a big stack of all these unnumbered inserts, and I don't know which stack it is in. So I guess we will be looking at all the unnumbered inserts. So these are, of course, a variety of patterns. Some of them are just base refractors. Some of them are patterns. Some of them are inserts that are not refractors. And they're not numbered unless I accidentally mixed in a numbered one somewhere. There we go. That's the one you wanted to see. So I guess we don't have to look through all of them. But there's your, I've already changed the focus and everything on the camera, of course. I took it back to, so now I've got to try to get the autofocus to kick in. Now you see why I keep it on manual focus, right? Because of that. All right, so let me just, I'll have to fix that back. So hang on a second. Let me take the autofocus off and try to reset that, and then you'll be able to get a better look at it. All right, there we go. That's better. So there we go. All right, guys, so that is it for tonight. And yeah, I got a lot of stuff to get in top loaders and sorted and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get back to work on that. And once again, I thank everybody for breaking and bidding and hanging out in chat and all that kind of stuff. And we got lots of fun stuff coming up, basketball, baseball, and football. So hopefully I'll see you again on another break along the way. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you the next time.